Coach, just a quick recap of the two games on the road last weekend at Regis and UCCS.
Yeah, it's one of those things where Regis game we were close and played well enough to win. Just didn't finish out the fourth quarter. That's kind of been a theme all year long, and that's something we're working on this week in practice. Is just giving everything we've got and trying to figure out a way to to win those close ones and make it close as well. UCCS, I thought they played really well, and we kind of lost it in that second half and just didn't have that energy. A lot of the girls were battling, illness, and we did the best we could on this weekend, and we're hoping just to finish this week before Christmas break and go out and have a good showing.
Yeah, and it was kind of a question that was asked in the men's interview also, but how big would it be for the program to end this kind of first half of the season on a high note with a win at home?
Yeah, we got to do it. We've talked about protecting our home court. We haven't done it really well this year, and we've got to get going. A couple more weeks, it's going to be too late, and so we've got to just push, and hopefully this is the beginning of a win streak for us.
And then for you girls, what in that Regis game, you guys got behind early, were able to battle back late, even take a lead into the fourth quarter. What were some of the things that were happening during that comeback? Something that hasn't happened a lot this year, getting behind and then coming back. What was some of the things that were working on the floor for you guys during that comeback?
I think we bought in and played defense for that period of time. We got boards, and then we helped the helper, and that's something we need to do more consistently. And when we do it more consistently, that's the outcome for us. So.
Yeah, I think we were having better shot selection and stuff, and playing with each other. I think when our game tends to go down is when we become individuals on the court, and I think when we were making our comeback against Regis, we were really looking for each other and getting the right shots.
Questions?
So we talked to the guys, they've got different leadership roles this year, and really this team does too. I mean, Monica, you're really, you're the only one back who's got a lot of playing experience on this team. How are you guys trying to help each other through this rough patch and step up and kind of lead by example, or is it by committee, or how are you guys kind of trying to get this thing going?
I think it's just more by committee. I mean, I'm the only one, and I don't really know too much either. I haven't won an RMAC with him either, so I think it's just by committee and kind of just coming together and just playing as one. I mean, that's what's gonna take for us to get wins and turn this program around.
Saying, Coach and I talked last weekend about this stretch is really hard on freshmen, especially because you're going through finals for the first time. You've got that stress. You're trying to win basketball games. You're getting ready for Christmas. You're excited about going home. And plus everybody's been sick on top of it. How's it been just to try to push through these last couple of weeks for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, personally, it's as a freshman, it's different. It's a transition for sure. And it's hard, but just taking it day by day and play by play, practice by practice, and just focusing on the present and just getting through it, yeah.
Just getting through it and
yeah.
waiting for Saturday night so you guys can just kind of decompress. And how big is that week off for these kids? You talked about coming back. You think it's going to be a different team coming back, just having more of a mental break than anything.
It's different for every team. There's years where you don't want to break because you're playing so well. This year, I think it's going to really benefit us. A lot of kids are sick and banged up, and it's going to be one of those things where with our youth, they get home and just kind of recharge, see all the loved ones and get a little bit more moral support and come back and be ready to go. And I think it's really going to benefit this team, and we're going to see some growth and maturity when they come back.
Coach, couple of games into the season, what do you know now about your team that you did not know before the season started?
Well, we have more injuries now than when we started. I think that's the biggest thing. We're starting to figure things out. That's the big thing is coming in, we didn't know a lot, who was going to step up and, game to game, practice to practice. we just didn't know who it's going to be. And I think we're getting a little bit more comfortable with who can play and what spots they can play at. And hopefully the girls see that too, where they feel a little bit more comfortable on the floor and how they can help impact the games.
I say, Monica, you kind of went through this last year, new to the program and all. What is it with the second semester that seems to click at a lot of times?
Like Coach said, I think it's like kind of like a recharge. You get to see your loved ones, and you come back focused, and you're like, okay, this is what you got to get done to come back and get some wins and make a run at it.
All right, you guys, question of the week. It's Christmas coming up, fully Christmas season. So what is a memorable Christmas gift, either one you've given or one you've received? Just what's one that stands out in your memory?
Go ahead, Mom.
Probably my Xbox. Probably was the best. Little Connect, the dancing stuff. That was fun.
When I was in like 4th grade-ish, I got a Barbie dream house from Santa. And yeah, I later learned that my dad spent all night building that house.
One of my favorite, my oldest brother, he was sick his whole life, and his last Christmas, they let him out of the hospital, and he stole a bunch of items. I guess he paid for them because they always make you pay for anything that's in your room. But he came back, and the whole family was there, and he gave everybody a gift. And I think the gift I got was one of the pans that you pee in. So that was probably my most memorable gift that I ever got. He thought enough where, he knew it was his last Christmas, but he was able to go shopping in his room and bring home a bunch of gifts for the whole family.